So it's rant number 2. The map rant. What is the deal with these maps? And why ain't there maps? Guys, when I got to Starfield game, the last thing I was thinking about was maps. I wasn't thinking about a map. I wasn't thinking about seeing a map or anything about a map was on my mind. What I saw, or when I first got to see the open world, I just see a massive field. And then I went to the station, and when I got to that station, it was empty. I'm like, oh damn, this is like 76 all over again. Man, where is everybody? Ain't nobody here on this planet with me. So I said, well, I'm gonna walk around this planet as you see I'm walking. And as I'm walking, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a 15-minute rant as I walk. It's gonna be called the Map Rant. And I wanna see how long I can go without running into a barrier or without, attempting saying you can't go this way or something like that. And that never happened. Now, the walk that you see me taking, this walk, I had been taking it for about 40 minutes before I decided to do a rant on the map, because I started thinking to myself, people don't really understand when they're asking for maps, what they're asking for. Now, I get it. We need maps. We had maps in Fallout, we had maps in Grand Theft Auto, we had maps in Red Dead Redemption. We had maps to see where we were going, to see important places, to see locations we discovered, so we can fast travel and go back to those locations and get back to those locations if we needed to. So I understand why everybody would be mad that there's no effing map. So I would get that. I understand it. But what's not being understood now, this planet, not a planet, it's a moon, because if you look in certain parts of this video, I'm looking over at this planet that looks like Saturn. And I'm actually on what Crete is. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. What Crete is Crete. That's one of the moons to that planet. So this location that I'm walking on is not even a planet, it's a moon. So that makes it even more interesting because of the vast amount of space and things that you can do here is bananas already on this planet. Moon. You have iron on this moon. Silver. There's some creatures walking around too on this moon. A lot of them. Some of them don't attack you. Like giant slugs. And then it look like something like a crab. Maybe like a what type of crab is that? With the shell, and they got the tail on the back. Oh man, I'm showing you a picture of it right now, but yeah, it looks like something like that. And then you have these things walking around like alien type things, and then you have these things you see me shooting in parts of this video. But I'm like, okay, there is nothing up here except these pirates. Now everywhere I went, there were pirates. There was pirates in the laboratory. There were pirates in the underground caves that they were talking about on one of the computers. Now, while I was here, I'm like, what the hell? So, because I ran into one of the bosses. It was a boss of a pirate in it was a boss of a pirate in group And they were flying around the planet from place to place in their spaceship. And I'm like, how the hell are they doing that? I'm getting away from the Map Rant, but I'm ranting. That's what I'm doing. That's why it's called a rant. They're getting from spot to spot on the planet on a spaceship. And when I got to the boss asked about a treasure. Now, a lot of you guys who played the game already, you probably ran into this guy. You probably found it. A lot of people probably found it already. But what has to be understood is that you're being sent on a treasure hunt. And this big ass moon, excuse my French, that we're on, the treasure is somewhere on this moon. Getting back to the map ordeal, if I was to create a map for a planet, now you got to think, the planet you visit, the first planet you're supposed to visit, excuse me, this is a spoiler alert. Let me put that up there. It's a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear this part, go ahead and skip it. The first planet that you visit is in New Atlantis. It's in the Alpha Centauri, how you say that? The Alpha Centauri realm, if you want to call it that. And that planet is the size of like 2 Earths. So this moon right here, I was walking around, and there, like, you can see a mountain, and when you get to the top of a mountain, there's nothing but more and more and more land. And you can walk it. There is no stoppage. So you have to think, if this moon is like a real moon, which I believe these guys at Bethesda wants it to be like that, that means you will never come to an end. There won't be no end, because this moon, you understand? This moon is how you say, rotating around its star, which is that Saturn like planet. And because it's continuously rotating, there is no ending, because this is not a flat surface. It's not flat, it's round. So you're just gonna end up going around. And when you go outside your spaceship and you look at this moon is not small. It's pretty big. So this board is pretty big, which means if it had a map, the map would have to be in sections. You know, like when you look at the map in the United States, or you look at the world map, because that's what y'all asking for, a world map. When you look at the world map, you have North America, South America, blah, 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 Africa, Asia, all of that. You want a map, then you go drop to North America. That's the United States, right? Then each of those states, which is 52 states, have their own state map. You understand what I'm saying? So what you're asking Bethesda to do is you're asking them to create 2 maps, a world map and a location map. But maps, I understand we need them, but that's the least of my worry. This game is amazing, guys. It's amazing by itself. I'm not even going to begin to want to know how long it would take me to walk from point A to point B on this moon. So let's just for purpose of assumption, let's say I started walking today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm probably not going to make it to the end of this planet or whatever ending, because it's going to go in a circle, or whatever other side. I'm probably not going to make it there for about, let's say, 10 days. 10 days on a video game. You understand how big that is? Can you, for a minute, fathom how big 10 days is? Like 10 days on a video game inside of a moon? How do you create a map for that? How do you create a distance that long? How do you do it? And the amount of things that's there, that's going to take time. So a map DLC might be what we see. We might get a map DLC map. Might not come out until March of next year, April of next year. Something like that, because these maps are going to take a while to make. And like I just mentioned, some of these planets are bigger than Earth. So can you imagine how long it would take you to walk from whatever state you live in? Let's say you live in Tennessee and you live in a hole in the wall in Tennessee. It's actually a city called Hole in the Wall. It's called Hole in Wall. You live in Hole in Wall, Tennessee, right? And you want to walk to Germany. It's going to take you a while to walk from a hole in the wall to Germany. How long is that? For sake of the video, how long would it take you to walk from Tennessee on the wall to Germany? Right now I'm showing you a picture of how long that would take. This is pre-recorded, so I'll add in something else into the video to my reaction to how long that takes, because this is pre-recorded. It's a pre-recorded rant. Yeah, I wanted to hurry up and get this rant out. So it's pre-recorded, but you see how long it takes. And I'm pretty sure that's a pretty long time. I'm pretty sure it's not a couple of days, and I'm pretty sure it's not a week. I'm pretty sure a walk from Hole in the Wall, Tennessee to Germany would not take you a week. I'm almost certain. Because it'll take you about a week in a car to get from there to Germany. A boat probably take you about a couple of days, 3 days. I think a plane ride is probably like 15 hours. Probably 12, something like that. So you got to think about that. That's 15 hours on a plane. You're going to be walking for a while. So you look at the fact that you can't walk, or you can't go where you want to go because you don't have a map to take you there. I don't have a map that'll take me to point B from point A, and I'm mad about it. This game sucks. It sucks. It's a suck game. No, it don't suck. How does the game suck when they have sat here and created the distance in this game that they've created? And this game is still a newborn. This game is not a toddler. This game is not a teenager yet. It's a newborn. Wait till the modders get a hold of it. And I got the game on PC, so you guys watch out for some of my mods, because I'm gonna create a planet the size of 3 Earths. Remember, you heard 3 Earths. And see, but the thing is, when you create a planet, you have to create a star for it to rotate around, because your weather and everything has to change, and all these other different things have to happen. That's something too that happened on Crete, on this moon. It was when it got dark, guys, it got dark for a long time. I didn't see daylight. I played the game for about like 3 days off and on. I didn't see daylight until like 3 days later. So when it got dark, it got dark. Then it was storms that came by. It was a storm that was so bad you couldn't even see anything out there. I went inside the space station and just stayed in the space station for the whole time. So not only if you get trapped walking on this planet, if you get caught up in one of them storms, you're just gonna have to stand still. But as this rant comes towards the end, maybe modders will get to a point where they will create like the little bicycle that's on Grand Theft Auto 5, where we can fly around on that bicycle and go to different locations. And then when they do finally get this map out, we can fast travel back to the locations we were at before. But right now, just enjoy the game for what it is. I mean, it's an amazing game to me. Like I said, I've never seen a game this size, because I'm on the moon talking to you about the moon size, and I haven't even seen the other 999 planets and moons or whatever else is that's out there. Some probably bigger than this one. And once Mars get a hold of it, it'll be bigger. I don't know, guys. That's my rant.